Hey growers, are you in the market for some new grow equipment? Well, look no further. Vivosun has you covered. From grow tents to lights and everything in between, Vivosun has it. Let's say you're a new grower and you're in a need for some help getting started. Well, Vivosun has put together some inexpensive grow kits just for you. From 5x10 grow kits down to 2x2 grow kits, they have you covered with all accessories needed to get you a quality harvest from whatever crop you're growing. Let's say you're an experienced grower and you're looking for some of the newest technology like time-lapse cameras. Well, they have that too. So for all your grow needs, Vivosun has something for your grow at a great price. And if you use my coupon code at checkout, you can save yourself an extra 15%. So why not give them a look today? You won't be disappointed. Welcome back to the Bak'n Show. In today's episode, we're going to go over the Vivosun grow. As you can see, I got the doors open. The last episode where we ended off putting all this together, I said to you on the next one, we're going to go over the controller and we're going to add some plants. We got the controller hooked up. Turn it on real quick. And right now I have it running. It's on the 18/6 schedule. I have the controller for the lights up the top, the 6-inch fan across the back, and then the fan, the exhaust fan here. So that's what each one of them for. If I wanted to just tap on the exhaust fan, I can go on here and manually change up or down this fan speed. The same thing with the exhaust, the isolating fan in the back of the tent, and up here at the lights, the same thing. I can turn the lights up and down from here. As you can see, I can turn the lights up from right here, and I also can do the same thing from my phone. Now, we're using the phone right now to record, but there's an app that I downloaded on here, and you can do everything you need to do right there from the phone by controlling all three of the items that I just told you about. In addition to that, I have a humidifier coming, Vivosun humidifier. Then that also can get hooked up to this hub. So we're gonna have all of those things hooked up to this hub. And as I add different things to it and get myself more familiar with it, I'll talk to you more about this. But if you happen to buy a Vivosun kit and you get the hub, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when you check out the directions. The directions is so many different recipes and cycles you can put this thing into. The recipes are the seedling stage, the veg stage, and the flowering stage. The light will change depending on what stage you put the light into. So on the veg stage, you'll have more of the blue spectrum. The seedling stage, you'll start getting more of the red spectrum in there. And you get the flowering stage, you get even more of the deep red spectrum for flowering. But again, check out the owner's manual with the light and the grow hub manual, and they get much more in depth on how to work the two of them together. Next thing one other thing before I get to the plants here. If you remember the last video, when we put this thing together, take a peek around here. Now I have put a curtain up, just like I have on my other tents. So there's a curtain up here now to keep this covered. But I also had back here in my corner, if you see it's no longer here, my carbon filter and exhaust fan set here, and the tube ran up into the top. Well, since then, I've put it up here on top of my tent. Now, I can't show you that. Let me see if you can. You might be able to see it up there a little. Yeah, as you can see, the carbon filter and the exhaust fan are right there, and the hose drops right down into the top of the tent right here. So yeah, great shot, camera woman. But yeah, that's how I wanted it. I wanted it up off the floor. It's much better sitting up there and out of the way. So, and it also gives us space because eventually I'm gonna put an irrigation system, I'll build one here in the next week or so. The reservoir is gonna sit right here in this place. And it's gonna be a black trash can, about a 20-gallon trash can, something like that. so it can keep these plants in here fed. So let's take a look at the plants. All right, well down here with the 5 plants that we're going to run in here, Vivosun, like I said, this kit came with these 5-gallon fabric bags. So we're going to put all 5 of them in here. But the strains we're running this time are also from Action Jackson. These are the batch 47s. I have 3 of these, and these are the females that I got over there. I got 1, 2, and 3. And in the back 2 plants, the one on the right here is the Simple Jack. I think it's pheno number 5 or pheno number 6. And the same thing over here with the Mighty Hoe. It's pheno number 5 or 6. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know when I get closer to it. But yeah, we're gonna have the 3 batch 47s and the 1 Simple Jack and 1 Mighty Hoe running this 4x4 from Vivosun on this run here. So what I'm gonna do now, I went and got some a little different this time. Got the Bush Doctors by Fox Farms Coco Loco. Now in the Coco Loco, it is cocoa core, just like we've been using. Difference with this particular one here, it has nutrients in it and perlite's already there. Now with the cocoa that I already have in the bags already, somewhat that is reused cocoa, so I'm sure some nutrients still left in there from the last run. I did add some perlite and some fresh cocoa to this. So now, and then each one of these pots are about halfway full. So we're gonna top them off with this stuff here. So let me get the bag open. I'm gonna set my little station up right here in front of me, and we're gonna transplant. All right, we're back. I got everything set up to transplant. Got a plant. Like I said, I already had this one halfway full. I got my mycos, and this is my mycorrhiza. And y'all know how I do this. I just sprinkle this on the root ball prior to doing the transplanting to help with root growth. You know, some of y'all mentioned some of the other different mycorrhiza that they have out there, more of the powder form, because this is more almost like pellet powdered kind of thing. I know about that. I've used that in the past too, like the Orca, the Great White, so on and so forth. But right now I'm using this and it works pretty damn good. So what I do, and this is the Farmer Freeman tag. I forgot to take it out of there once I found out this was a female. It's from the sex testing, excuse me. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it up with the plant still down in there like so. I'm gonna have to water this quite a bit because the soil I have down at the bottom, I mean not the soil, the cocoa is dry. And the stuff I'm putting in here, it got a little moisture to it, but it's somewhat dry too. So I'm gonna just run a little bit through here to moisten this up. I do have some clumps down in here, so that's what I'm doing, breaking it up. Now I'm not gonna fill this all the way up to the rim. We get pretty close, maybe 1 inch or 2 from the rim. Now also take in consideration when you're going to water this, it's going to sit down, it's going to compact itself down some. So take that in consideration too when you're filling up your pots. And again, you don't want them all the way up to the very top, because when you go to watering, if you're just hand watering, you don't want the runoff to spill over. So about that high is good. So after that, I'll drop off that extra soil I dropped off in there. Now to get the the clone out of here, I just squeeze my bottom a little bit around the sides, put my 2 fingers between the plant, so when I drop it over, it doesn't fall all the way out. My root system isn't real great on this right now, but I'm definitely ready for it to come out of here. So most of the times it'd be much thicker around here. Y'all have seen them. And maybe, matter of fact, the ones I get from the back, because this plant is fairly small. So really it could have stayed in this cup for another week or so, but I want them all to grow pretty much at the same time under the same light so I can flip them to flower together. Now granted, when I flip these to flower, I'm sure these aren't going to catch up to the other 3, but that's fine. I'll have clones of them eventually, and then the next time I'll grow them out, I'll try to have a little bit more even canopy. But it shouldn't be that bad. Oh, let me pump this up. Eventually these 2 little ones here in the front, this one and the other one I'm doing, the batch 47s, they will eventually catch up to them other ones back there. Might not get as big, but somewhere in the ballpark. And all I'm doing is wetting this down. So when I take my scooper here, pretty much 1 tablespoon here worth, and I'm not gonna put all of this on here. I just try to drop it onto the root ball, and some of it will start sticking. The rest of it will fall in the hole, which is fine. I'm only gonna use probably half of this tablespoon. Put that back in there, and just drop that right down in there. Pack that around the plant. And once I do the rest of them, I'll water all of them. But that's how I'll do all of them. I'm not gonna keep you on video so you can see me do each one of them. Once I get them all done, I'll come back and let you see what they look like. All right, we got them all transplanted, as you can see. Again, the batch 47s are the front 3. The Simple Jack and the Mighty Hoe are the back 2. So as you see, the back 2 are much bigger than the front. But again, these will eventually catch up to those, and we should have a great harvest. That's all I have for you in this episode. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, stay baking.